And back inside of the Scott Trade Center here as the Hurricanes venture into town. And the Dobbs Tyronado starting goaltenders on the visiting side of it. Cam Ward, and he's tremendous down low. He reads the play exceptionally well. He stopped 92% of the shots that have come his way. Yaroslav Halak continues his fine work, and the same starts to games. He's been brilliant early on. Beware the quick hands of young Jeff Skinner. He's an outstanding young scorer.
And he is out there, lined up on left wing. Stahl at center, Cole on right wing for the Blues. Sobotka, Backus, and Brad Boyes. Underway, it's dumped in on Halak. Shovels it ahead for Sobotka. And David Backus gets it onto center ice. Now for Boyes at the Hurricane line, and the play goes offside.
Time now for a Marshall Wireless starting line combinations. We'll start with the forwards, and there is nothing to report whatsoever. Same unit, same 12 forwards, same line combinations. There has been constant continuity, and I think the players really like that. When things are going well, you don't change anything up.
And the lone healthy scratch, Tyson Strachan. 3-on-2 here. Backus now for Brad Boyes, a shot. Short side, that was wide, kept in by Jackman. And now David Backus again. Sobotka, that shot, kicked away. And then Backus has it again. Now Jackman, off the end boards. And for Boyes, working on Pitkanen. And then picked up by Backus. Had the emptying out of the other night for the Blues in that 4-1 win. And then Pietrangelo races in. Sobotka tips it back. Backus to a wide open Jackman. The drive, and that was wide, looking for a tip. Now back on the line again, Pietrangelo. Jackman in the slot, Sobotka. He's open. Backdoor, and a shot by Boyes, and a good save by Ward. And the puck smacked around the boards. Pietrangelo pinches in. Good pressure by the Backus line. Now Pietrangelo. And then Backus knocked down from behind, no call. And the Hurricanes get it. And the 18-year-old Jeff Skinner.
Pietrangelo is really struggling getting off the ice here too. He's hunched over going to the bench.
And now Steen, who scored the first goal each of the last couple of games. Up the boards. Ian Cole kept it in. And now Jay McClement hunts it down in the corner. Near side for D'Agostini. And then McClement again. He does a 360 on Sutter. For D'Agostini, just missed. That was wide by a couple of inches. Cole across for Brewer. The captain tips it on for D'Agostini. Now Steen, good start here for the Blues. Of course, Carolina played last night in Dallas. Lost in a shootout 2-1. Steen again, knocked away by Joe Corvo. And then there's Brewer. The Blues defense has been very active early on the pinches. And that's finally knocked away by Jussi Jokinen. Now Cole again, his pass hit a stick. Brad Winchester can't get there. And the Canes will dump it in. Worked low by Chad LaRose. And then Koliakovo and Johnson back to get it. Hurricanes get it on the line. A shot right on goal by Jay Harrison. And a stick save by Halak. Now LaRose again. In front, knocked away by Koliakovo, not out. And that long shot wide, picked up by Yuri Talusti. Had their only goal last night, the former first rounder by Toronto. Johnson tripped up, no call.
Johnson was, yeah, that's an infraction right there. The stick right on the skate blade, and after the Hurricanes were hemmed in their own zone for that brilliant first shift by the Backus line, let's give Carolina a lot of credit. Their next unit came out there, and they put a lot of pressure on the Blues.
And now Koliakovo waits for his team to complete a change. De La Rovere tips it, and it goes over the glass on the far side.
Well, not many whistles here. It gives us a chance to continue on our Marshall Wireless defensive pairings, and Jackman and Pietrangelo stay together. Ian Cole on the left with the captain Brewer on the right, and we talked about Carlo Koliakovo and Eric Johnson, how well they have formed together. And Pietrangelo has left the bench anyway, and it looks like it's a result of that hit by Skinner, a good hit. But we saw the right side of Pietrangelo was hunched over, and he was holding that gingerly going over to the bench.
You know, guys, Ray really went down there immediately and did talk to him, and they did leave together. So it looked like he was shaking his head a little bit when he did leave. So I will try to keep you posted from down here.
Now Pitkanen gets it on the left point, and that shot was blocked. And of course, Pietrangelo was rocked in the last game by Rick Nash, but that appeared to be a different type of hit. That one looked like it was on the right side of the body or the right arm of Pietrangelo.
That's not good. Pietrangelo's a tough kid. Returned to the game after only playing 220 in that opening frame and then bouncing back and nearly playing 20 minutes of that game. But on that same sequence, that same shift with Pietrangelo and the Backes line, Backes also got rubbed from behind a little bit right there by, I think it was Pitkinen right behind the net. And it was unbelievable pressure by the Blues right off the hop. Here's Pietrangelo there. Doesn't quite, I guess, maybe brace himself or was not prepared for the strength of young Jeff Skinner. Looked fine by that look right there, but it was enough to cause some discomfort.
Now Corvo back defensively, hands it on to Stahl. First round pick in 03. What a player he has become, Eric Stahl. Led the Kings to the Cup in 06. That goes through the crease. Now Stahl again. And then Corvo in for the point. Carolina has a very active defense, and the Blues have to be aware of that. But Backes gets it back to center ice. Now Backes for Sobotka. And then to David Backes. Oh, in front for Brewer. He was open, but the pass a bit too hard. And now poked along by Tim Gleason. Swept ahead by Halak. Both clubs are making changes. Backes tips it in. And Cam Ward, who is making his 7th consecutive start, sets it up now for Ruutu. Tuomo Ruutu, the former Blackhawk. And then D'Agostini there up the boards. Not out. On the line, Harrison to the net. Now back to the goal it goes. Worked around by Koliakovo. And then Ian White, the former Maple Leaf, right in front by traffic and kept in by Jokinen. Jokinen now for Harrison. The drive, and that was a rocket wide of the goal. And then back for White. Lets it go right into the midsection of Halak. And no further play.
I think Paul Maurice, the head coach of the Carolina Hurricanes, has to be happy with the response following that first shift. After Brad Boyes had that one-timer on the short side where Cam Ward made the save, things have settled down here for one of the youngest, most successful head coaches in terms of tenure and what he's done in his second time around as the head coach of Carolina. Remember, Peter Laviolette won the Cup in 06 and then was replaced by Paul Maurice,
who also was in Toronto before coming back to Carolina. Hurricanes on a 5-game road trip. This is their 3rd stop. No score here. The Blues to center. And Cole worked in by the defense, and Crombeen on it first for Patrick Berglund. And Berglund roughed up from behind and knocked down by Jamie McBain, the second-year player from Wisconsin. And there's another former Badger, McBain Chester.
And McBain's played well for them. Very well.
He was a Hobie finalist. Now it's Cole. And that bounces in on goal. Ward leaves it for Corvo. And the Hurricanes will flip it on to center ice. 2-5 for Samsonov. Eric Johnson. Now across for Koliakovo. Blues have their 4th line out there. That dump in hit the glass. Scatcherd didn't get it deep. And the Canes back. Samsonov in front. And a backhander was wide on the stick side. And then Corvo was rocked by De La Rovere. And Scatcherd will scoop it 10 feet high and back to center. Here's Gleason. Plays it back of the goal. And Ryan Carter has it. And left again for McBain. Shots 4-1 early on for the Hurricanes. And that pass on the tape of Stahl. From the angle, and a glove save by Halak on a good low shot by Stahl. And Halak had the answer. Stahl at center, Cole on right wing.
Still scoreless early on in the first period. Plenty of chances exchanged lately by Carolina and Paul Maurice, and who became, when you look at the youngest coaches to get to 1,000 games, he eclipsed Brian Sutter. We saw the number 11 banner hanging from Scott Trade Center right here. And in a roundabout way here, we've got the nephew of Brian and the son of Brent Sutter, the head coach of Calgary. That's Brandon Sutter, who's wearing the A, a real young leader, going to be a tremendous two-way power forward. They're going to have a heck of a combination for a long period to come there between Skinner, Stahl, and Brandon Sutter.
Brandon became the 9th Sutter drafted by an NHL team, and he was a first-round pick in '07. Now Skinner, his pass blocked by Sobotka, and back into the zone. Grabbed by McBain, and then chopped at by Pitkanen. And Cole gets it out, and that goes over the boards at the Canes bench.
Here's a good look at the Stanley Cup champion with the New York Islanders, Brent Sutter. What a dynasty they had there. You see Brandon, and of course Brent was the head coach with Red Deer and is owner of that franchise. And there's Brent was the 17th overall pick back in 1980. Some family. And now they made a trade, including Ian White, and getting Brent Sutter, Daryl Sutter's son, Brett, excuse me. And so he's in the organization.
And he's in the minors as Brett Sutter. And the puck fired all the way down the ice. And this will be an icing call. Let's check in with Bernie for this Bommarito Automotive Update.
Well, guys, a lot of energy in the building right now. The Blues, 11 of the next 14 games, including tonight, are at home here. So you got a big packed house. So you guys, they feel it right away off the start. And that's why I think they had another great start, getting that puck in deep, trying to get on the forecheck.
Although since that start, the Hurricanes have come on out, shoot the Blues 5-1. Off the draw, the Blues control it. Here's Steen to the net, and a save by Ward. See if the Blues can capitalize in the circle tonight. Carolina, the worst face-off team in the league, just over 41%.
I like this play here. If we stop it right here for a second, you see the way Steen just corrals around everybody, uses that as a screen, and just tries to get Cam Ward off guard like that. And that's really been the mantra going around, certainly with the players and with the coaching staff. Don't stay along the boards and don't be facing the boards. Let's get to the middle of the ice and shoot those pucks. They're always dangerous situations.
Here is Koliakovo now for Jackman. He's bothered at center by Jokinen, the former Dallas Star. And it comes ahead for Ruutu. Broken up, McClement back in front, and D'Agostini a good chance, and he shot that one wide. Now McClement again. Had a power play goal the other night. His first in 18. It's Sutter to the line, and that's punched away by Koliakovo. And then grabbed by Winchester.
Yeah, and with Pietrangelo still not returning, now the defensive pairing's getting jumbled up a little bit. The shutdown group of Jackman and Pietrangelo were going up against the Stahl line. There's going to be a minor penalty coming up right here. It's a high sticking call on Ian White of the Carolina Hurricanes. That high stick came up on B.J. Crombeen. He doesn't look like it got cut, but certainly it caught him right up high.
Carolina number 7, 2 minutes for high sticking.
See on our Fox X mode there, the turnaround by White, the stick's up high, and it just clips the forehead right there of Crombeen. Luckily, no cut right there.
Yeah, got him right on the helmet, guys.
Yeah.
Blues 3 for 3 the other night. The Hurricanes have killed 16 in a row in their last 6 games. Steen on the point to keep it in here. Now Backus. But Corbo there to jab it back down the ice. Johnson and Koliakovo are the point men. Up front, Berglund, Steen, and Backus.
You know, this changes the look already with no Pietrangelo, guys. Johnson now taking that position where Pietrangelo would have on this first unit.
Here's Berglund, crashes down low against Patrick Dwyer. Puck in front, and then back for Johnson. Trying to walk the line. He does a wrist shot, and that was blocked in front, kicked away. Now Backus swings it low for Steen. And then Koliakovo, look out. And he could not hold it, but the Canes get it, and Carter shoots it down the ice.
Well, Johnson doing a good job trying to walk that line, moving his feet, creating a better shooting angle. But the Carolina Hurricanes doing an excellent job of getting in that shooting lane.
And then there's Harrison to poke it back down the ice. Eric Johnson has a very good wrist shot. I'd like to see him use that perhaps a bit more. Yesterday in practice there, and here's Brad Boyes in. But he took a wrist shot from about 20 feet away. It hit the netting at the Mills and caromed all the way back to the other blue line. That's how hard the shot was.
No question. That's a big body, and no doubt. It doesn't have to be a big windup. It's just got to find its way on the net. And now Eric Brewer gets some power play time on that second unit. So Cole and Brewer working together as they do 5-on-5.
Now Cole gets it. His drive tipped, and it goes wide. Boy's got a piece of that. And it comes back to Cole again. 20 to go on the power play. On for Brewer. And around for Boys. Brewer. Here's Cole. He's open. Could have shot that. And then the pass was blocked. As Dwyer got his stick in the lane. And now Pitkin wanders in shorthanded. A drive and a good save by Halak.
That's how good this league is right there, though. Ian Cole just stutter stepped just for 1 split second. He hesitated. And with that hesitation, that lane, that avenue was taken away by Carolina.
And no shots on the power play. The Hurricanes kill it off. Here comes Stahl back in. Great drop pass to Cole. Right in front. Oh! Skinner wide open. And Halak had the answer. As Skinner had all day to shoot.
Oh, Skinner just had to get that puck up over the pads. 13 inches. And instead, Halak just robs him again with a great save down low.
And the Canes back in again. Stahl to the net. Tip wide by Cole. Good job by Winchester on the back check. Now Cole digs it free. In front to Corvo. Right on, and a save by Halak again with the stick.
Right in the middle of the slot right there, too. Quality scoring chance.
And the Blues with it. And Eric Johnson feeds Crombeen. Blues wanting to make a change. They don't get it deep. And it's fired down by Gleason. And now the Blues go up the far side, and it's tipped to center ice. Delayed offside here with 8:20 left first period. And Jackman off the end boards for De La Rovere. That would have been an icing call, but he got there first. Jackman with a heads-up play. Now De La Rovere on the cycle for Jansen, who had a great chance the other night against Columbus. And then Scatchard working the corner. Gets some support from De La Rovere to the line. Cole, he's there. So is Jansen. His drive blocked in front. And then a man falls. That's Brewer. And here's Samsonov in. To the net. Curl and drag. And another great save by Halak. That one on Samsonov. Now Pitkin. Far side, right on by McBain in a save, and we get some pushing in front. The tempers get hot. Speaking of hot, I'd say Halak is hot.
Well, Carolina played last night, got in at 2 a.m., yet they have a 10-3 shot advantage over the guy on the left, Yaroslav Halak. He has been absolutely outstanding, and it all begins with his preparation to begin games. This is that first opportunity by Skinner, and a great save with the right pad. Then, in the middle of the slot a shot, and he makes a save on Corvo, and then after that, it's Samsonov. So the Blues in their own zone are allowing Carolina to get to the net. Things have to get tightened up in front of Halak.
And the draw won by the Hurricanes, and a shot right on by White, and another save by Halak. Centered for Ruutu. That's tipped away by Eric Johnson and walked along by D'Agostini. In this scoreless game, he gets by White. Down to the corner. He circles the wagons to the line, and Johnson could not get there. The puck tipped to center ice. And then EJ goes across for Koliakovo. Good pass brought along by McClement. And that bounces by the defenseman Harrison. Blues have 2 men on the puck, and they get it. It's Jay McClement again. Stops and starts on Ruutu. D'Agostini right in front of Johnson. Backdoor feed. And that failed to work as the Hurricanes broke it up. Maybe the goaltender Ward. Here's Steen down the right wing. That's knocked away. And Toulousky, former Maple Leaf, right in. And it's shot high by LaRose. As that puck bounced, and it went by the Blues defense.
Yeah, bounced right over Barrett Jackman. He thought he had it there. Shortstop trying to get down and block it. Jumped over his twig and right on the tape of LaRose.
There's Scatchard to the corner. Scatchard and De La Rovere. Shots 11-3 Carolina. Hurricanes now to center ice. And Dwyer for Corvo. Fires a high shot. And that missed everything.
And he can fire it. He's got a heavy, heavy shot.
A couple of years ago had 6 game-winning goals, did Corvo. Tops among all defensemen. And that's tipped in by Stahl. Ends up back of the goal, grabbed by Cole. And then McClement On to center, D'Agostini with a speed. Right in, a shot, and a save by Ward. He was out of the blue, challenging and made the save on D'Agostini. No score.
Beautiful holiday evening here in St. Louis. A little rainy, a little cool, that's for sure, today. But in one of the first shifts, Jeff Skinner really got Pietrangelo, but he's back, and that should calm things down. Let's roll this here right here. This is a bit of a breakdown. It's not this play by Brewer that's the breakdown. It's still a 2-on-3 right now, and if we stop it here, you got all three players, and watch what Samsonov's able to do. Three players, looking away, and he gets a great scoring chance. That's just a 2-on-4. There was enough men back to make up for Brewer's fall at the far blue line.
And Pietrangelo was back. That shot was tipped over the goal. D'Agostini had tried. That was blocked. Cole trying to clear it. He can't. And then McClellan will brush one to the corner for Steen. Here's Steen trying to get away from Pitkanen. And the finally finished defenseman now on for Cole. And he'll bounce it in. Brewer goes back against Skinner. Puck comes around for D'Agostini. Flips it on for Pietrangelo. Poke to the line. Hurricanes on the back pressure, break it up, and it's Stahl in there. His shot hit Brewer's skate, and it ends up in the corner. Worked around by the Blues for Brewer. His pass. That was blocked by Jokinen. Now Ruutu on the boards. Back for White. And that's high in the air into the netting. And we get a fight here.
Scrap right here. Crombeen and Harrison.
And they go at it back at the blue line. Harrison a right. Crombeen an overhand right.
Harrison's a big boy, too.
And Crombeen with a couple of jabs down overhand right, and they both swing wildly. Harrison was off balance. Left jab by Crombeen.
Crombeen might have buckled him.
He is a very good fighter, as you know.
I think he surprised Harrison with a left jab. He grabbed on with the left with his jersey. He was throwing rights, and then he just tagged him with a bit of a left. That's a good scrap right there. The fans love it.
Well, the Blues, that's their 30th fight of the year, second most. The Hurricanes have had only 5 entering play tonight, last in the league.
And for the Blues, it comes in all directions, too. There's a number of guys that are willing to throw them down. It's just not one guy like Cam Janssen. It could be Winchester or Crombeen. And the fans are getting a chance. You can hear that in the audio. The fans are getting a chance to see it on the Jumbotron here at Scottrade Center. And just before that, at the commercial break, there was a lot of chirping going on, Bernie? With a couple of players. I think it was Troy Bodie and I think Cam Janssen having a conversation over there.
Yeah, it was Bodie and Winchester originally, and then it was Cam Janssen. So I think that's a really good time that maybe we'll wake the Blues up right now. The Blues having a little bit of trouble. Maybe that crowd now getting involved with this will get some more adrenaline running through the Blues players.
And that was Harrison's team-leading 3rd fight of the year. So maybe that's a hit-me-up kind of fight for the Blues. Being outshot 12-4. Poliakovo for Johnson. And Eric Johnson away from the pressure. Now Sobotka gets it up the boards. And now Sobotka again. And then Gleason comes over. He missed Sobotka. And he sort of ducked under him. And it's back to the Blues line. Gleason, by the way, has about 90 members of his extended family here from Michigan. And he is a Michigan native, so I guess it's harder to get tickets than some of those other spots.
That's a lot of guest passes, huh?
Yeah, like 90 guest passes for Gleason's family, who is from Clawson, Michigan. Now LaRose works the far side. Blues break it up. Backus deals it on to Brad Boyce. And the Blues play dump and chase.
Well, good job by Boyce just to get the red line. He was pressured in the neutral zone by the Hurricanes. He just barely got the line to get it in deep.
Now thrown in by LaRose. And the Blues go back. Squirts to center. Pitkanen in a race against Janssen. And it's off the far boards to center ice.
We'll keep our eye on it. Troy Bodie is on the ice right now, and so is Cam Janssen.
And Pitkanen turning away from Janssen. He got a piece of him. Now Bodie, the former Duck. Rink wide for Samsonov. And getting back is Skatcher to break it up. Now Janssen for the Blues. Takes the shoulder from Samsonov. In deep it goes. And Ian White there lost it. Wide open in front is Berglund. Set up by Jansen, and Berglund just missed everything by a mile. Now a wrist shot right on. Ward makes the save. And the Hurricanes back to center ice. It's Samsonov, 1-on-4. Can't get around the Blues defense. I'm not sure what happened on that shot by Berglund, Darren, but he missed everything.
Yeah, he sure did. It was rolling when Cam gave him the pass, but a great job by Cam to go after the right guy on the forecheck to create that turnover.
What a move by Berglund. A shot and a save by Ward as he just danced around the defense. It had a good chance.
Well, when Cam Jansen had two choices, and we just mentioned before that he and Bodie were having some words at the bench, so Cam Jansen could have gone over to the left and just gone right after Bodie, but instead on the forecheck, his job is to go after the first puck carrier, and there's the chance by Berglund, and here's where he comes in, does the right thing, puts a little scare right there into White, and White coughs it up, and it allows Jansen to feed him right in front of the net, and just missed.
Yeah, the puck did appear to bobble and wobble a bit on Berglund.
I think that was a big scare banger on White.
Yeah, you know.
He bailed on that one, and what a good scoring chance. I think Bergie would like to have that one back.
Here's a drive rebound. Skinner. Oh, spins it in front. And a save, and now Halak has lost his stick, but a penalty has been called, a trip.
Well, Skinner's had two brilliant scoring chances in this game. The 18-year-old that Bernie talked about in our open is just so crafty, and because he is an accomplished figure skater, he's just fantastic at the 10-2, where he's able to get his edges. And there you see look at his left ankle as he's going down. He's actually leaning over the stick here from our Plaza Tire Service overhead cam. I don't believe that Jackman does anything. I think in that situation, that is just a good effort by Skinner to get around him. And as he's getting around him, he's fallen. He's off balance at the very end. I don't think Jackman did anything there.
Hurricanes on the power play 0 for their last 18 since going 3 for 3 in a game at Boston in late November. And the Blues clear it. In the Hurricanes' last 5 games, there has not been a power play goal scored by either club in those 5 games. So it's been a 5-on-5 battle. Canes dump it in. Brewer gets it. Off the boards, but kept in by Sutter. Now they work it back for Pitkanen. Down the boards, Ruutu, and then for White now to Pitkanen. And then White again. One-timer from the wall and a save by Halak on that hard shot by Ruutu.
Is he on top of it? Halak's seen the play develop. He's not over-moving or over-sliding. Getting in the right spot, his legs down low have been absolutely outstanding the last 3 games.
Blues have killed the last 14 power plays against. Final minute here in the first period. As Cole kept that in. Now Stahl, side of the goal. Skinner back to the line to White. And then for Pitkanen. This shot hit the skate of Pietrangelo. Hurricanes get it again. Skinner for White. That drive got through. And a couple of saves by Halak. Blues get it, Steen. And that's tipped by a Hurricane stick, and the faceoff should come to center ice.
And you're right, it is in the neutral zone. Good setup by the Carolina Hurricanes on the power play. Skinner has the calmness on the half wall to settle things down. Cuts like he's going to the middle. Plays it back to the point. A good shot on goal. And the rebound gets away from Halak, but he gets good protection right there, so there's no secondary chance by Carolina.
And Davis Payton, watching the Hurricanes last few games, felt that they've been passing up a lot of first shot to the power play. They didn't on that one, and it resulted in a couple of good chances.
Yeah, but it all starts with the half wall. If you've got a player that can settle things down and make that play, fake like he's going to the middle, and then give the point man a little bit more time, then you've got some success there because there'll be an open lane.
Now it's kept in by Corvo. Oh, Skinner's pass in front, broken up by the Blues. Cole trying to hit the Clement, and then wheeled it ahead by Cam Ward. In the dying seconds of the opening period. Blues play it down, and the power play will carry over into the second. So the Hurricanes outshoot the Blues 16-6, but Halak is brilliant. Blues hockey is brought to you by Bud Light, the sure sign of a good time. Here we go. So after one at sold-out Scott Trade in St. Louis, the Blues and Hurricanes are scoreless.
Well, for Yaroslav Halak, that was just a special period. Outshot 16-6. You see his career against the Hurricanes, and he's below 500 in the Eastern Conference, but he has been perfect in this game, as has Cam Ward, who did play last night and played very well for the 65 minutes. Just can't seem to win any of those darn shootouts.
Hurricanes 2-4-1 on the second night of back-to-back games.
They got 21 back-to-back games this year. I was talking to Paul Maurice before the game. He said schedule makers weren't very kind. 21 back-to-back situations.
Underway here in the second period. It is Eric Cole. And then for Skinner. The 18-year-old to the line to Pitkin. Right in a drive, and he missed everything. And then around for McBain. Late in the power play. That drive right on goal again. A save by Halak. And the Blues are back at full strength. And back of the net, back has picked the pocket of Skinner. And ahead now for Brad Boyes. And he'll throw it by the defenseman Pitkin. But he gets there first. Pitchforks it ahead. And Cole lobs it out. Now Winchester back to the Blues. Under some pressure there from Sutter. In front. And a good read by Pietrangelo. As he broke it up. Picked up by Winchester. With Steen and Berglund. Thrown deep. And then Steen cuts it off as Gleason didn't get a lot on that one. Now Steen to the net. Forrest back of the goal. Now looking for the point man, Pietrangelo. He was covered, a shot in front. Berglund gets it. Two shots, and Ward is there, and he kept it out. Oh, Berglund had all kinds of time. Now Berglund again in the scoreless game. And then back of the goal, it's Pietrangelo. And then picked up by Winchester. He was bothered back there. Loose puck. Shot around by McBain, and finally out of the zone, and this will be an icing call.
And this will be a very tired Hurricanes group. Look at Brandon Sutter is hunched over there. They've been inside their zone now for some sustained pressure. Blues doing an excellent job, so they will get fresh troops on the ice. Meantime, Berglund does a nice little stop and start behind the net here. Looks like he's going one way, stops on a dime, comes back, but give Cam Ward a lot of credit. He kept that left leg tight to the post. Not only did he stop one, he stopped three right there before he got some help. Good chance there from Berglund, who's had 3 in this game.
That was a great reaction there by Ward there, Panger. Watching him from here, too, is that Bergie had some room there, but what Ward didn't even see him until the last second, was able to get that pad back against the post. Berglund, at that point in time, you really don't have enough leverage to get that puck up. He just could stuff it. He got 2 good stuffs, but great saves again by Ward.
Yeah, if he's on his backhand, it's a little bit different.
Yeah.
You can elevate that puck a little bit easier, huh, Bernie?
Exactly. Well, you can get that angle where you can get that, drop that hand down and get the leverage to get it up, but there, no chance.
But Ward almost bit on that initial fake, but kept the left pad against the post.
Well, both these goaltenders are very good down low. They're excellent laterally. Get those pads flat along the ice. Not much room down there. And as we take a look at our Plaza Tire Service overhead cam, the top post, there's the left pad. 1, 2. By that time, the puck is squirted loose, and Ward pushes it ahead over to the corner.
John, you brought that up about such a good move there. Well, I tell you, Gretzky used to do that so well. So many times he'd go halfway behind the net, the goalie would bite on it, he'd come back, and he was always able to get enough so he could just chip it up and get it up over that pad. So bringing a lot taller player is a lot harder.
Oh, the Blues almost copped it up in the slot. And now McClement back of the goal for Cole.
Gretzky was told by his father, Walter, go to Maple Leaf Gardens when Philadelphia is there, and they would, and he'd watch Bobby Clark do it.
Oh, Brewer broke his stick and has to drop the stick. Now he gets it. Gets a stick from Jay McClement. But Corbo now for Pitkin. Corbo again. Pitkin winds and fires. And that's blocked by D'Agostini, and it did come to center. That's a big break for the Blues, and a big gutsy play by D'Agostini.
Well, D'Agostini actually laid out it looked like his left skate, and that exposes the inside of the foot of the ankle. I mean, this is a courageous shot block here, right in the middle of the screen right there. See the left, might have gone off the knee from that angle, boy. But he got right in the shooting lane, and that's what you have to do. The Blues forwards You know, you got to pay a price to get in front of the shots. That's what the opposition are doing to the Blues defensemen. So an excellent job there by D'Agostini.
Well, and he got, sorry, John, he really got a good congratulations coming to the bench from everybody here on the bench for that block, too, especially with Brewer with the broken stick.
By the way, Bodie and Jansen lined up at that last faceoff, and they had words. And we'll watch them. 0-0 here in the second period. Scatchard. Far side, and Steen skips away from Samsonov. Now Steen to center for Jansen. Chips and chases. Ward to play one to the corner. Steen cuts it off. Now back to the line. Jansen for Koliakovo. That shot blocked. Eric Johnson in from the other side for Scatchard. Sticked away by Ward, and then picked up by Bodie. And fires it high to the Blues line. Knocked down by Jackman. Now Skinner gets it back for the Kings. Around a man, and right in is Bodie, and it rolled on him as he went to the forehand. He was in the clear, was Troy Bodie. And the Blues tip it to center ice, off the glass. Steen down to David Backes. Cuts to the net with a purpose, and he can't get it on goal, much like Bodie's play. Went to the forehand.
Good, powerful move there by Backes, and you're right. Two right-handers, and they both rolled off the end of their blade.
And Stahl back in for the Hurricanes. In front, and poked wide by Skinner. And then Pietrangelo heads for Jackman. Blues to center. Brad Boyes can't move it. But Jackman does. It goes all the way down. Wide of Ward. Swings one to the corner for Corbo. And that pass, 2-on-1. What a pass, Stahl. And Cole. Stahl to the net. Right on. And it's saved by Halak. Took it against the chest.
Stahl likes to bring that to the middle and then rifle it high to the blocker side against the grain. He was a little out of gas by the end of that shift, and Yaroslav Halak had enough patience to stay on his feet for as long as that puck comes off the blade. Halak has no movement whatsoever. He's not cheating towards a pass. He's taken the shooter, focused on that only, and that's the key to any save in that situation. Don't anticipate or cheat or think, because a guy like Stahl will make you pay and fire that over your shoulder.
Stahl, no goals in 3 games, but what a November. He had 21 points. Only Crosby with 26 had more points in the month of November. Quick shot off the faceoff wide. By the way, Carolina, as I mentioned earlier, the worst faceoff team in the league, but they won 56% of the draws in the first period. Now Ruutu gets it, and that dribbles to the corner. Sutter after, picked up by the Blues. Here's Cole, chopped down by Ruutu. And a pass by Brewer. Off a stick, and look out. Ty Conklin over at the Blues bench.
Scott Mellanby showing his goaltending prowess back there. Mellanby had to be sharp on that bench, reacting to that tipped puck. We watch these coaches in practice every day, and how many times there are errant shots off the glass, high sticks, players buzzing around, and they got to be on their toes all the time.
You saw the earpiece that Scott wears. He's in constant communication with Ray Bennett up in the press box.
Yep, big change there for Ray. Obviously last year being on the bench, but they're working well together as a group, and you need that from up there. That's the eye in the sky. Very valuable.
Now the Hurricanes work in. Dwyer, and now it's on goal, and a good save by Halak, and again, no rebound.
You got to give Carolina a great deal of credit in this hockey game. They're certainly, after that first couple of shifts, we mentioned it before, the David Backes line really took it to Samsonov and the Carolina Hurricanes in the first 5 minutes of the game. But since that point, they've stuck with their plan, and they're getting a lot out of that top line, certainly with Cole right there, Skinner and Stahl, but they're getting good depth as well.
Last night, I think the Hurricanes' best line was the fourth line, Carter, Toulousty, and Bodie. Now they mixed up the lines, and Samsonov is on here with Carter. But their fourth line was great last night in that 2-1 loss in Dallas.
We saw a little bit of the Richards line as well. On the road, you can't just get one pairing or one unit up against a line like Richards' line. They did a great job as a team.
Now Bodie is belted by Ian Cole. It comes around for D'Agostini. That pass picked up by McClement. Has a gap up the middle, and a shot into the mitt of Ward, and no further play.
That's an easy save there for Cam Ward. Making sure he just covers that up, slows the pace down a little bit. And as you mentioned before about the face-offs, you know, the Blues can do themselves a favor of getting in there, cheating a little bit more. And now we've got Eric Stahl, the left-hander, going up against the right-hander, David Backes.
And Stahl wins it. Played around for Cole. And at center, cut from behind by Backes. Now Boys in front. Oh, and Ward got his glove on that hard shot.
Kind of fought that one off, didn't he? Nice little play by Backes to distribute over to Boys.
Now McBain a pass, tipped to center ice by Skinner. Turned away by Pietrangelo. But then Skinner dumps it in. Past the 6-minute mark of the second period. No score. Shots 19-11 for the Hurricanes. Jackman far side. And then Pietrangelo for Backes. To Sobotka. Jackman joins the play. 4-on-3. Drop past the Boys. Fires it on goal and a save by Ward. Jackman was right in front looking for the rebound.
Great play. I mean, it's easier said than done, but that's the way you score on a guy like Ward. Put it at the far pad and drive hard for the rebound. Boys knew that Jackman had jumped into the play, but that puck squirted over top. Another big hit there by Backes.
Yeah, he rattled Ruutu. Now the puck taken by Sutter to the Blues line. There's Eric Johnson. Sees his partner Koliakovo. He's got some room up the middle. Left it for Winchester. The shot blocked by Sutter into the netting. And we got a break. 12:49 left, second period. Blues and Canes scoreless.
Well, we mentioned the fine young player, Jeff Skinner, and every team has to build around these high draft picks, and he's a quality individual. And there's Ron Francis on the left, and there's Jeff Skinner right there with the coaching staff and the management staff of Carolina Hurricanes. In 2004, a bronze medal in some regional skate in the juvenile division as a figure skater last season with Kitchener. 50 goals in the regular season, 20 goals in the playoff. And on that note of figure skating, congratulations too to Kelly Chase and Kyoko. Kyoko, his partner, last night doing a great job skating for 90 seconds in the first intermission of the Saskatoon Blades game. You know they raised $155,000 to go to the hospital?
Yeah, Children's Hospital.
Is that unbelievable? So,
yeah, that's what the Battle of the Blades was about. It really wasn't a competition. It was, but it was for charitable reasons, and all the skaters had their favorite charities, and Kelly and his partner to the hospital in Saskatoon. That is just a big commitment by them, and a
great job, great work, outstanding.
Now LaRose to the line, Corvo, and that head-hunting shot is knocked away by Halak. And there is Kelly Chase in the radio booth with Chris Kerber, and there's Kyoko, his partner, in the figure skating. They do a great job on the radio side on KMOX.
Getting a lot of frequent flyer mileage too. Going back and forth to Saskatoon to Toronto. They've been all over the place.
I think after watching that, and actually we went up to Toronto and watched Chaser one of those nights, and just seeing how powerful their edge work is, and watching Jeff Skinner right now, Bernie, I mean, he's just got such spectacular balance. He rarely gets knocked off his feet, and that has to be attributed to being an early figure skater.
You know, Penger, I've been watching him since you brought that up before the game about his edges. They are unreal. I mean, he's really, he always seems to, I mean, he skates so differently than everybody else because he seems to use that footwork so much more than the regular. It's not it's not one of those power skaters. He's just totally finesse. It's just really wonderful to watch.
Now Samsonov gets it back for the Hurricanes. Still scoreless. From the corner to a wide open White. That drive tipped, and it failed to get through. And picked up by Steen. On for McClement, and then DeGastini. Here's McClement again. DeGastini, quick shot, and that handcuffed him a bit. He put it wide, and around now for Cole. To Pitkanen, trying to cut to the middle. And back pressure from DeGastini broke it up.
I think that the Carolina Hurricanes are doing an excellent job of boxing the Blues out. And the Blues have got to get back to that mentality of inside pressure. Get to the inside.
Backes almost got to the inside there in a foot race, but Pitkanen got back to break it up. And then fired back of the goal, Halak. Now for the captain, Brewer. Now Stahl gets it. Here's Skinner in the slot. And he went to make a play, and Brewer poked it, and the Blues head the other way. And the pass hit Backes in the skates. Lost it, and now he goes tumbling down with Gleason. Blues get it. Here's Boys to Backes. Out of midair, that would have been a Legal play as the referee was right there. And the puck to center back is another hit behind the play. And now the Blues get it back in there. Boy, Backus has been a wrecking crew tonight.
Yeah, he has. He and Gleason going head-to-head there, both teammates on the U.S. Olympic team last year.
Now it's McBain. He gets it by the Blues. A shot and a pad save by a lock. Still loose in front and knocked away. And boys for Koliakovo. Boys late on a shift. He goes off. So all Koliakovo can do is dump it in. Corvo in deep. And his pass, a good one for Ruutu. Here's Ruutu down the far side. Trying to get free. And he was held up and roughed up. Penalty called on Winchester. And now Johnson touches up. And the Blues will be short. No score midway through the second.
Still scoreless here, Scott Drayton. 9:38 to go in the second period with Davis Payne. Davis, is it something that you guys aren't doing or something that the Canes are doing to get all these pressure on you?
Well, a lot of the pressure is staying in our zone based on how their D are coming down the walls and having a high forward. That battle along the wall is an area that we've either got to get better or we've got to make sure we're moving our feet to support a different area where that puck can come out. We've turned a few plays over and we've got a little bit deep in the offensive zone. And Carolina's a good counter team. They're a real good rush team, and we've given some of those opportunities up. We got to make sure our possessions stay longer, down deeper in the offensive zone.
Thanks, Davis. Best of luck.
Thanks, Bertie.
Winchester gone for holding. Hurricanes on their second power play. Stall a shot as Eric Johnson is down on the ice trying to block it. Now back of line McBain.
Yeah, one of the things when you leave your feet, though, you've got to be real quick to get up and react and respond to it. You don't want to leave your feet too often while you're on the PK.
Now it's Pitkanen getting the pass from Stahl. Pitkanen again, a shot. Blocked in front. Crombie got a stick in the lane. Now whips it around the boards, and it goes down the ice.
Good play by Crombie. I thought he was going to go to his backhand where you can't get anything on it, and the right point man was there. Smart play by Crombie to go around the other side.
Blues have killed the last 15 power plays against. Here is Stahl. Leaves it. But the wrong guy was there. And David Backus launches it down the ice. And Ward to play it. And Pietrangelo steps up, lost it. And here come the Hurricanes in Ruutu. Ruutu, the former Hawk. In front, Pitkanen. And that hit his own man, Sutter. And played around Ruutu. Picked up in a trade for Andrew Ladd, who, of course, was on the Cup champion Hawks last year and now is in Atlanta. Backus breaks that up, and the Canes have to go back.
Good trade for both teams. Ruutu was kind of flailing in Chicago, couldn't get his career on track. He's been good for Carolina, though.
Yeah, both clubs, both players needed a change of scenery. Blues break it up again. And Steen with 20 to go in the Carolina power play. He'll waste some time. Berglund goes after it. And it's off a stick and out of play. And off a Hurricane stick.
Yeah, face-off will be inside. Lula, good job there by Berglund staying with it. And there's only 11 seconds left in now Carolina's power play. So excellent job on the PK. That was so good, especially on those 3 5-on-3s against that Scott Arniel and the Columbus Blue Jackets had the other night here.
Both McClement and Brewer spent over 8 minutes killing penalties the other night. And what a job by the entire team. All the way down the ice, it's Eric Johnson with Winchester out of the box. So the Blues have killed it off. Those shots against Winchester in front to Johnson and a backhander. And a good save there by Ward. Now Johnson again. Works the corner against Talusti. Johnson, good pass back to Brewer. That shot, and it missed everything. Looking for a tip.
It's somebody in
LaRose
front
to center.
Yeah, I think McClement might have gone off him in front of the net.
He was shooting at that side, too. It was a really good shot, too.
Here comes McClement again. Backhand feed for Steen. Thought about shooting. Now Steen pulls up for D'Agostini. And then on the cycle, back down low to Steen. Makes a good play on Corvo. Off the wall for D'Agostini. Now to Steen again. D'Agostini, another chance, and he rifled that one high. Hit glass. And it is worked ahead by Gleason. Blues right back in. Backus to the net. And he took it just wide on the feet from D'Agostini. Now across to Pietrangelo. as he had moved in. Back of the goal now for Sobotka to D'Agostini. Here's Sobotka again, Backus in front. Instead they go high to Jackman. Off the inboards, tipped. Now Backus again for D'Agostini. Good pressure by the Blues, trying to break this scoreless tie. Sobotka hit Backus, and then a backhander was wide.
What a long shift for D'Agostini. I mean, that was almost 2 full shifts for him, but he was caught down low. Now it's going to be icing against Carolina, and the Blues can make a change here. Terrific shift. It started with Steen and D'Agostini on the cycle on the left face-off dot, and tremendous passing through the seams. You can see that D'Agostini is winded. An excellent shift. This was the last play after the line change had taken place, so his regular mates had gone off, and Backus came off the bench. Then Backus in front of the net, and again, D'Agostini's still out on the ice on this play. A little backhand play, and by that time, D'Agostini's got nothing left in the tank whatsoever.
And now a timeout has been called by Paul Maurice. As you said, Darren, the Hurricanes were gassed after that last shift.
I like the chemistry between D'Agostini and Steen on that cycle to the left. One a right-hand shot, one a left. And they've worked long and hard in practice of getting that pass in that small seam tape to tape. There's not much area for error. And they've been getting better and better at that, creating some good scoring chances.
It was good to see TJ Oshie around the Blues locker room this morning. Started his rehab. Roland Pollock is skating on a daily basis, so
yeah, good to see them both. Roman looks real good on the ice and handling pucks a little bit, but obviously he's a ways away. And Oshie up to his normal antics. Actually had a practical joke on Berglund. He had a bit of water over the helmet, so when Berglund took the helmet off, went to put it on from his stall, there was a little water went all over him. So what did Berglund do? Taped his crutches together. Thanks for coming.
Now Brad Boyes with it from the corner. And he pulls up on Corbo. Back for Koliakovo, now for Johnson. Deep slot for Sobotka, and then back to Eric Johnson again. Hurricanes can not get a change. Now Johnson right in, and he can't get a shot. And it's chipped away. Good try right there. I think he might have taken the stick in the hands there as he's trying to cut in there, but that's a powerful move there by Johnson. Now it's Patrick Berglund back. Off the end boards for Koliakovo. Gets it in front to Boyes. Side of the goal, and Ward was there. And the puck brought to center ice by Cole. Down his off wing. Jackman got a piece of him. Now Cole right in. And a pad save, another save by Halak. Oh, Cole, a great job. But a better job by Halak. And the Blues work in with Backus. In front. Oh, Steen was there. And he tipped it just wide. And White gets it back. Here's Pietrangelo. That shot blocked. Good keep in by Pietrangelo. Now Steen on it for the Blues. Boy, both goalies have been magnificent tonight. Jackman, that drive, and a save again by Ward. Steen in front off the stick of Ward. Held in by Jackman. Now D'Agostini trying to get some ice. The shot, that was blocked in the slot area. And off the boards and down, no icing here. That might have hit the right pad too at the end of that. That's another good quick shot there by D'Agostini. It also could have hit Jackman's, or rather Backus' stick. Yeah. Now White gets it off the boards for Ruutu. And ahead for Jokinen. Jackman back there to his partner Pietrangelo. And then Steen will fire it ahead. No, that goes by Corvo. Now Ward has to play it. As Crombeen would have been there first. That could be delay of game against the youngster McBain, who fired it over the glass. And I believe it will be delay of game against Maurice's Hurricanes. Well, that is McBain in the box for delay of game. The Blues get their second power play. Coming up on the Jack in the Box Intermission Report, a chat with Carlo, second period highlights, and Bernie and assistant coach Brad Shaw.
Well, it all starts with a face-off win to begin this power play late. Such an important time. The Blues can capitalize and score a goal later here in the second.
Again, they went 3 for 3 the other night against Columbus. And the draw controlled by the Blues. Steen for Pietrangelo. Now Pietrangelo gets it. That was blocked and worked on for LaRose. 1-on-2. Turned away by Halak. The last time the Blues had a power play, Pietrangelo was in the locker room.
You see that LaRose? He did that on purpose. Takes a far shot to the far pad, kept moving his feet, searching for the rebound, nearly had it.
Yeah, heads up play.
Yeah.
Now the Blues into the Hurricane zone. Berglund. Steen now back for Pietrangelo. He walks the line, spins it back to Steen. Off the goalpost. Rebound. Oh, empty net, and Berglund missed.
And the net's off its moorings.
And they might call another delay
I think
of game.
Corbo's getting the call here. The defenseman for Carolina, and he is sour. The referee right there said he intentionally knocked the net off its moorings.
But how did the Blues miss that empty net?
Bad shot that goes off the post by Steen. A nice little kind of a reverse turnaround, spin around pass by Pietrangelo. And Pietrangelo gets it to Steen off the pipe, and it bounced right past Berglund. Here, it's a hot potato. It's a lacrosse ball. As we see from our Fox Expo here, far post, cleanly beats Ward through traffic with Backus there. And Berglund just can't handle the hot potato.
Now 5-on-3 for the Blues. Pietrangelo for Steen. Looking ahead, back to Pietrangelo. That shot stung the Hurricane player, Stahl. And he fights off the pain and gets it out.
How's that leading by example, though? Captain of your team, your big horse, right out there blocking that shot.
Blues in again. 2-man advantage, boys. Now for Koliakovo. Lets it go. Tipped by Backus and on the glass. Steen recovers it to the line, and that gets by Pietrangelo. And then he blows a tire going after it. Now boys for Koliakovo. That pass brought in by Backus. White stole it and shot away. Under 30 left in the 5-on-3.
Still lots of time. They've got to stay with the game plan here and get it in the zone now and take their time and get things set up here. Have some composure with the puck.
Here comes Berglund. One hands it by the defense. Good play now around for boys. A dozen left in the 5-on-3. To the line to Johnson, and he bobbles it. And the Blues have to clear that zone again. Here's Boys. Walks it back in. Had his pocket picked by Gleason.
There's no real choice there. He doesn't get that with any speed at all. He's kind of gets handcuffed standing still at the blue line.
And the Hurricanes get a man back. Sabotka in front. Intended for Boys. That was tipped by the goaltender Ward and fired down the ice by Sutter.
No control there, guys. That's the whole key, is getting control. And they really didn't get that 5-on-3 set up. And it's very unfortunate, especially with that kind of time.
Yeah, it started off with that shot block by Stahl.
Here comes Steen late on the power play. Under pressure. LaRose can't get it out. Steen now for Brewer. Here's Brewer. Lets it go, and he just missed with a screen in front. Jackman. Now Steen tips it on to Sabotka. Kane's back at full strength. And no shots on the power plays for the Blues. Final minute now in the second period. Blues get it in front. Ward knocked it away, and the net comes free again. And we get a whistle. Let's check in with Bernie for this Bommarito Automotive update.
Well, the one thing good on the play, even though the Blues didn't score on the 5-on-3, they feel they're getting some pressure. They're actually getting some pressure on the defense of the Canes. I mean, the Canes played last night, guys, and I think that's something they're talking about here. We got to get some more pressure. We got to really force this defense to work a little more, and I think they were able to do that a little bit, but unfortunately on the 5-on-3, no shots, as you mentioned, which is very tough.
So the Blues now 0 for 3. Here's a pass by McBain. Now he gets it again. Skinner in for the Hurricanes. Good move, and a backhander goes wide as he tried to walk around Jackman. And then punched along by McClement. Dealt in by Crombie. Now Crombie to the corner. Fires it right in front. And there's Stahl to get it. And he'll tip one onto center ice. Still scoreless. Final 25 seconds. Stahl rolls it back to the goal. And then Halak now for Jackman. And he goes high with it all the way down. And this will be an icing call. Amazingly, this year, the Hurricanes have lost only 4 man games to injury. 4. The Blues have lost 93. Incredible. Well, Jaden Schwartz was the Blues' first-round pick in 2010. His sister Mandy, a former college hockey player, has spent the last 2 years in a fight against cancer. Right now on FoxSportsMidwest.com, read about how the Schwartz family has bonded during Mandy's battle and how they hope to have her home for the holidays. It's a great story right now on FoxSportsMidwest.com. And that will do it. The end of 2 in St. Louis. Still, goose eggs on the board. Blues hockey is brought to you by Bud Light. The sure sign of a good time. Here we go. Blues outshot the Hurricanes 11-7 in that second and had the great chance late in the 5-on-3, but couldn't get the job done. Scoreless after 40 at Scott Gray. Scoreless after 40 minutes here at Scott Trey. John and Darren back in the broadcast booth. Very interesting game. The goaltenders have been exceptional.
Well, the goaltenders have clearly been the story in this 0-0 hockey game, and it's been a tale of kind of two sides of it as well. Halak, so brilliant early on. Cam Ward obviously took things over in that second period, and then Halak had some chances late. But I think what the Blues have got to do is take the example of a guy like David Backes right now. I mean, big, powerful guy, skating extremely well. He's getting his game really going here, and he's been known as a notorious slow starter to begin NHL seasons. He is catching fire now at the right time, putting a lot of pressure on Carolina's D, playing a real hard game in front. I think he's been a lot for the Carolina team to handle. But I think that urgency has to be there from the Blues' point of view. They can't let this game slip away. As we take a look at the special teams, power play Carolina 0 for 2, the Blues 0 for 3. Power play shots, 2 for Carolina and 0 for the Blues. There's the big fella. Got those legs wheeling. Powerful move driving inside, too. I think the Blues could take a page out of David Backes' book in this game.
Teams at full strength to begin the third period. It is Backes, Boys and Sobotka, and the Blues right off the opening draw move in, but it's offside. Blues record 5-1-3 when even after 2. The Canes are 3-1-3. This goes wide of Halak, picked up by Jackman. And off the boards now for Brad Boyes. Deep into the Hurricane zone. Sobotka. He is rattled by Pitkin. Picked up by Boyes in front. No one there. Now Pietrangelo drive, and that was a high shot as he just one-timed it. And now the Hurricanes with it. Stahl right in. Oh, and Skinner. The pass just behind him. Stahl could have shot that.
Yeah, and Backes came down low to help out there.
Now Stahl centers it. And a backhander by Skinner goes wide. Top line on the ice. Now Corbo with it. His shot. Missed by a mile. And then Pitkin gets it back to the goal. Worked around by Pietrangelo. Backes doesn't get a lot on it. And then Ruutu bumped from behind by Sobotka. And the puck kept in there. Now Stahl again. But Pietrangelo, what a play there. Heads up play by Pietrangelo. And on to center ice now for Backes. Puts it over the boards at the Hurricane bench.
Now the Blues and David Backes getting hemmed in there. Going up against the Stahl line with Skinner and Cole. Cole has been relatively quiet in this game, although he had a phenomenal burst in that second period and powerful move, you know, to the post, and Halak had to make a good save on him.
And now the puck brought to center ice by Jussi Jokinen. And then for Ruutu, down low on Cole. Ruutu gets it. Fires a shot in a glove save by Halak, and it dribbled wide.
That was close.
To the line now for Gleason. That's tipped and it goes wide. And then Steen back on the Blues goal. Away from the pressure now for DeGustini. He's had a good game. Lobs it ahead to Steen. He moves in, fakes it. Circles the wagons, trying to center one. And the pass was blocked by Gleason.
Unfortunately for Steen, he was going so fast, he ran out of real estate going down that left side, trying to get Cam Ward to bite on a fake shot and maybe slide it in the short side, but there was nothing there. I thought Carolina did an excellent job of recovering after that.
Here comes Crombie. At the line, left it for Winchester. That shot hit the glass. Crazy hop in front, now Berglund with it. Sends it low for Crombie against Ian White. And now on for Toulouse. And it's center ice to Dwyer. And that play goes offside.
Talked about D'Agostini and Steen and their chemistry together. It all starts from behind the net of the St. Louis Blues, where Steen started things up. And then it went through the neutral zone where D'Agostini fed Steen brilliantly, and that's where Steen obviously goes around the net, and it ends up being a dead play right there. But it didn't start there. It started behind the Blues net with Steen doing a great job defensively.
And off the draw, the Blues control it. And Delarose works it back of the cage. Now for Scatchard. Turns, fires it in, a glove save by Cam Ward. And we get some pushing in front. That's Jansen and Gleason. And now Scatchard and Gleason. Again, Gleason has about 90 members of his extended family here from Michigan tonight.
2 fourth-liners going at it right here, and we've already documented the conversations between tough guy Cam Jansen and Bodie during the course of this game, but now Paul Maurice will make his change.
And there's the Gleason family, at least some of them, down from Michigan.
Oh, bunch of them. That's great stuff. It's always special when you're an athlete and you get that, you know, that commitment from your family members and friends and people that travel a long way to see you play a hockey game. You sure want to play well. So hopefully for the Blues need to come out of this one, though, with a win in a 0-0 game on home ice. I got to tell you, I'll say it again, I've been really impressed with Carolina in back-to-back situations and how they played. For two teams that don't see each other a lot, there's been a little bit more animosity than I thought there was going to be.
Now it is boys. In front to Backus. Can you believe that?
Are you
Ward
kidding me?
with absolute larceny with the glove.
From his right to his left on a pinpoint accurate pass, and then the shot. It's as good as it gets. And Cam Ward is just stunned to this crowd here. It's our Taco Bell huge save. And why wouldn't it be? Backus finds a lane, and the pass is right on the tape. And Backus, look at that. I mean, look at that reaction by Backus. You can't believe it. Backus has played a heck of a hockey game here. Nullified by the great goaltending from Cam Ward.
That is a save of the night. Blues get the face-off. Steen tiptoes to the corner. And now Eric Johnson in for the point. Jokinen knocked it away. Up the boards, Koliakovo can't get it. And Sutter in for Carolina. He walked around Steen with a great move, and he scores! What a play! Sutter, and it's 1-0.
Great save at one end from Ward, and a phenomenal individual effort at the other end from Sutter. After Koliakovo pinches on the left side, it leaves Steen, the forward, exposed as the lone man back. So you go back to that great pass, Boyes to Backus, and that save right there. Instead of it being 1-0 Blues, then they go the other way. Now it's a forward against a defenseman. Steen overcommits to Brandon Sutter. Sutter gives him the old 9 of hearts there through the legs, and then goes forehand backhand again on the goaltender. He gets Halak to spread the legs open, and the stick isn't down along the ice, nor is the pad, and somehow that finds its way underneath Halak.
His 6th of the year.
That's a real smart read there. Brandon Sutter obviously knew that was a forward back there, Steen, and he just made a great play on him.
And it's 1-0 for Carolina. What a play by Sutter. Ruutu and Jokinen get the assists. And the Canes break the scoreless tie. As LaRose runs it down the far board. Picked up by Cole. And he skates it away from Samsonov. And back pressure by Samsonov. And then ripped in by Scatchard. Ward leaves it for Corvo. That pass ahead. Scatchard couldn't get there. And now brought along by Ryan Carter. And that shot blocked by Jackman. Tripped out by De La Rovere. Corvo turning away from Scatchard. And then now for Bodie and then Carter. Hit hard by Cam Jansen. Gets it back of the goal. There's Pietrangelo. And then Scatchard will lay one ahead. Bouncing puck. Brad Boyes gets it. And a shot blocked by Pitkanen. And it goes on the glass. Held in by Pietrangelo. Sends it all the way around to Backus. Now Backus lays one to an open corner. Pietrangelo pinches in, runs into his own man, Sobotka. And the Canes go to the far side for Bodie. And up in the air now to center ice for Ryan Carter. The former Duck. Skinner's run down by Jackman.
Now he's seen a lot of Jackman tonight. That's been the matchup defensively, especially after Pietrangelo returned from injury in that first period.
Now the Blues break away. 5:15 gone in the third. Here's Ward. He goes right across the goal crease. And then Cole plays it back to the goal. Blues pick it up.
Oh boy, did Stahl ever go down.
And Steen gets it to the Blues. In front. One shot. And a save by Ward. Here's Backus to the line to Brewer. Fires it low again. Now D'Agostini rifles that one high. Cole left point. And then down the boards to Steen. On the cycle for D'Agostini. Back to the net to David Backus. Tripped up. Stahl will go. Delayed penalty here. Steen to the net. Now Backus. And that goes back down the ice. The net is empty. And Brewer has to hustle. 6 attackers here on this delayed penalty.
Boy, is Stahl ever giving it to the referee. He's just giving him an earful. He's not happy with what has transpired. Stahl will go to the penalty box. And he was sour right off the hop on this shift because of David Backus. Now they faced each other for the gold medal in Vancouver in February at the Winter Olympics. They've gone head-to-head in this game as well. There's the first collision there. Stahl doesn't like it, and he goes right after David Backus. Bang! And then he ends up on the ice there. The play continued on. And I tell you what, Stahl was hunting down Backus. Then he gets a stick in the right thigh of David Backus, knocking him down. And it still continued on from that point. Blues on the power play now.
Their fourth power play of the night, down by 1. Backus gets the face-off. Here's Koliakovo, now for Pietrangelo. Steen in front. And a puck hitter by Berglund, turned away by Ward. Out high again, Steen. Steen fires it. Pad save by Ward. And the rebound controlled, Berglund. And then for Pietrangelo. Backus right in front. Near wing, Berglund. Pietrangelo just scores! It made it a tip, and the Blues tie the game.
And the crowd on their feet here at Scottrade. A brilliant power play, executed to perfection. Good retrieval by Berglund after there was a shot blocked. Back to the point it goes, and Pietrangelo plays it to Steen, who quickly boots it right back out to Berglund. And this, whether it goes off of David Backus or not, he was enough of a screen and a commotion in front. I think at the end it went off the tip of the glove of Cam Ward and then back into the net as well. But that was an excellent power play right there.
That may have been tipped by Backus. Very close. And the Blues tie it on the power play goal at 6:31. And now Sutter wins the faceoff. They give the goal to Pietrangelo. His third of the year, first and 5. And it's 1-1. Now McClement. Down low for Crombeen. Berglund and Steen get the assists on that power play goal.
What was the key to that is as soon as the puck went down below, Steen booted it right back up again, and it didn't allow Carolina to get set and to defend. And the other key was, after the first shot had missed the net, right away, Berglund was there hunting the puck down, and he put it around the boards, and they got reset.
Here comes Sutter, and that backhander goes wide.
He had room to go around there.
And I think he felt his winger was moving down the right wing side.
I agree.
And Eric Johnson in a 1-1 contest. 12.5 to go. Sobotka dances in, and he gets the puck. Here's Sobotka. Pulls away from White. Puck back of the goal. Corbo on it for Carolina. He is hit hard by Sobotka. Bouncing puck. Swatted away by Jackman. And then White gets it off the boards. Now White to his own partner. Corbo almost fumbled that. Stahl pokes it on to Cole. Good move by Jackman to step up and break it up. Here's Boys back in there. The shot and a save by Ward. And no further play.
I think Barrett Jackman's been very good again in this game. He was one of the stars to the last game, largely because of his penalty kill, but he also goes head-to-head with the other team's best player. And this is where Stahl was frustrated on that tripping minor on David Backes, and then he gives him a nudge after there, and here's the goal. Good velocity shown on the one-timer, and I don't think it went off Backes. Clearly it goes off the webbing of the glove of Cam Ward and then kind of caroms back against the grain. So it was just enough on the extended part of the tee of the glove of obviously of Ward. Ward makes that save, but Backes isn't there anyway, so Backes deserves a great deal of credit.
I would agree, Panger. That was a very good screen. He didn't pick it up because even from my angle here, I didn't pick it up.
Now Berglund in front. Oh, what a chance there. Sorry, Bernie.
No, that's fine, John, but I didn't pick it up at all until from the angle there, too. That was a really good look at it.
What a save there by Ward. Now Berglund again. He's had 3 or 4 great chances. Back for Koliakovo. Walks the line. Tip. And it never got on goal. And Troy Bodie now to center ice for Samsonov. And that goes wide of the Blues' goal. Koliakovo back defensively. Ties up his man. And it's poked along by Berglund. Winchester with that reach. And D'Agostini try to hop on it. Back to center it comes for Samsonov. Samsonov. The nifty rush and a shot. And that goes well wide. Pick it in for the left point. Now to LaRose. LaRose to the line for Corbo. Other side to Pitkanen. That's blocked. Good job by McClement, but a penalty called, and it might be on the Hurricane player who grabbed McClement.
Holding call on Pitkanen.
Carolina minor penalty, 25, holding.
And the Blues just came off a power play goal against Paul Maurice's Carolina Hurricanes. The penalty kill of the Hurricanes on the road is only 76%, but they have been real good. They were going 16 for 16 in the last 5. So the minor hold right there on Pitkanen on Jay McClement on the near side.
And the Blues get the power play. 1 for 4. In a 1-1 game, Pietrangelo to Koliakovo. Left shot, tip wide. Now Steen again sets it up. Backes in front. Steen top of the circle. Now for Berglund. And that was tipped away by Sutter's stick.
Great reaction there by Sutter. He's been good in this game, but again, you go to the positives, and it is the puck movement, the quickness, the no standing around by this unit right now on the power play.
Here's Steen, followed up by Pietrangelo. And then Steen again. Berglund bumps Ward in front. Back on the line now, Koliakovo for Pietrangelo. Thought about shooting. To his partner, Koliakovo, now for Pietrangelo. Moves in, the drive. Backes the rebound. And Ward kept it out. Now Berglund gets it. Fires it, and that's blocked. Berglund again, left it for Backes. 1:05 to go in the power play. Here's Pietrangelo to the corner. In the slot now to Berglund. Right in, a shot. Blocked at the defense. Loose puck, Steen recovers it. And Steen gets it. Worked back to the goal. Now McBain there. Chops it around. Held in by Koliakovo to Pietrangelo. Into Backes. Pass bobbled on him. Out high again. Now Pietrangelo. 40 left in the power play. Pietrangelo gets it. Tipped by Backes. Well wide. Fired back of the goal. Steen had it bounce on him. Great pressure by the Blues. Back to Pietrangelo. To Berglund. Pietrangelo. Steen trying to get it in front to Backes. Now Berglund wide open. Berglund, the drive, and he missed the target with a great screen set up.
Yeah, he was probably forced to miss it. There were so many white jerseys there in front of him.
Here's Berglund again. Blues are changing. 5 to go in the power play. Now Berglund down low. Right in. Ward the save!
Oh, he's loose.
Puck was loose, but the quick whistle from Dan O'Rourke.
And Berglund can't believe that that whistle went as quickly as it went right there, but good job by Ward to hold on to that short side. It's not an easy thing to do. Great pressure shown by the Blues after they tied this up 1-1. Some happy campers up there enjoying the hockey game, and why wouldn't they? And time now for our Verizon Wireless game summary in the third. A nifty move by Brandon Sutter, going one-on-one against Steen, and then the Blues get on the power play, and a phenomenal power play gets rewarded. A goal by Alex Pietrangelo and some great puck movement. See on the right how good the goaltenders have been in this game. It has just been a quality game. It's been entertaining.
And the Blues 6 shots total in their last 2 power play attempts. And they get the tying goal. Now Skinner quickly on for Eric Cole. Here's Cole working on Brewer. Brewer's stick gets in the way. Good job. Now for Sobotka.
Great one-on-one by Brewer.
And then Brad Boyes. Great drop pass. There's Jonathan, a shot. There's that quick wrist shot, and he went high and it hit the glass. And then Boyes again in the corner. That's knocked away, and Stahl punches one off the boards to center ice. Here's Brewer. Canes are changing. Sobotka for Boyes. Now a shot. That's blocked. Comes in front. D'Agostini was after it, but that was knocked down by Corvo. And Cole gets it to center to the Blues line. Here Jackman a pass for Boyes. And then for D'Agostini. Look out. Gleason steps up on him.
What a good read by Gleason. He timed that perfectly.
And then Winchester hit in the corner. Loose puck back of the goal taken by Gleason. And then for Jokinen.
That was like the hit that D'Agostini gave Tyson Strachan in practice today.
Now Sutter with it, a shot, and a save by Halak, and no rebound.
Well, good defense takes care of a lot of things. We're going to focus on the one-on-one play right here. Stop it here we can. There's the one-on-one play we're talking about here with Brewer. Watch this. Stick in the lane, pokes it in, not once, but watch this, twice. He gets it beyond the second level of attack, and that was Stahl kind of cheating on the offensive side of it a little bit. And then 4 blue jerseys go the other way, and that puck just gets caromed off the stick of the defenseman, going high over the bar by Johnson.
Eric trying to snap a 20-game goalless drought. His only goal in overtime against Pittsburgh.
There's flair for the dramatic. It's a heck of a goal.
Here's a long stretch pass. Oh, Winchester was behind the defense. Now he gets it. What a move down low. Avoids a hit. Now Berglund wraps up a Hurricane player. Combine comes in to help. Berglund gets it. Now Berglund a shot, and that was turned away by the defenseman Corvo. Back on the line now for Cole. His shot, look out. That's blocked. And Toulouse for Carolina. And it goes back on the goal. Cole is there. Steps in front of Toulouse. And the rookie with some good composure. Now the Blues on a change, so he delays.
Smart play right there by Cole. You got no forwards, you got no out. The last thing you want to do is get pinched in the neutral zone and turn it over.
Now a good pass to Sobotka for Boyes. Back to Sobotka. Now Boyes in front. Oh, and that was off the left skate of Ward.
Good
Just
second effort by Boyes, though.
Skate.
Yeah, you're right about that. Boyes didn't quit on it, though, John, and that's the key right there.
Now tipped in by Boyes. 6:35 left in regulation. Tied at 1. Pietrangelo. That shot kicked away by Ward. Now Jackman gets it. Lets it go. Blocked in front. And here come the Hurricanes. Skinner now for Stahl. Number 1 line back on the ice. Skinner swings it in front. No one there. And then White in from the right point. And that's blocked by Matt D'Agostini. And here he comes. Ruutu caught flat-footed. D'Agostini in the swat. Intended for McClement. Now he gets it. Rips it back of the goal to D'Agostini. Trying to center one. Blocked by Ruutu. Now D'Agostini again. Jackman's wide open. That shot tipped and it goes into the netting. And a whistle. 5:59 left. 1-1 here in St. Louis. Well, don't forget, our post-game show, Blues Live, will air live from Lumiere Place tonight. Our Blues Live set is in the Aqua Bar, and fans can watch the game and enjoy special hockey promotions from Lumiere Place. Pat Paris and Tony Twist on hand, as they are after every Friday and Saturday night home game at Lumiere Place. Stay with us. Blues win the face-off in a 1-1 game. Corvo trying to clear it ahead. He does for Sutter. And then turned back the other way by McClement. And then Steen outmuscles Corvo. Steen to the net. And a shot. It was blocked by Gleason right into the midsection of Ward. But what a play by Steen.
He just doesn't quit. He's so powerful. He's got excellent balance, and he doesn't stop on the play. And Gleason at the end of it has played a real rugged game on the blue line. Here's our Plaza Tire Service overhead cam. By the time he does fire that, Gleason gets stick on puck, and it caroms enough that Ward makes an easy save. There's been a lot of chirping going down there, huh? Bernie, it's been good.
Yeah, you know what? It's kind of got a little quieter as of late, but I think right now, I think everybody's feeling that the pressure of this 1-1 game now, so I think it's starting to pick up again.
And the draw controlled by Carolina. And then ahead to Skinner, he gets it out. And then Pietrangelo for Jackman. Saboka takes it off his skate, but is forced back to center. Shots in the third period, 14-3 for the Blues. Now Pietrangelo. It's Jackman. Drop pass Saboka. That shot! Rebound Backus with Ward down. He couldn't get it onto the blade. Now a drive from the right point by Pietrangelo. Another shot by Boys. And Ward made that save, and it goes out of play.
Did that go off his helmet? Right off the mask? It might have. He is dazed down there. Oh, he's been brilliant. And yes, one of his straps is off on the far side. That tells me it went right off his lid. Here's the first shot, save, and Backus is right there, goes off his foot, can't corral it, and Skinner plays it off the boards. There's the juicy rebound. Oh yeah, right off the mask. He's got to fix the clip right now, and this might be a bit of an issue. And he's going to be allowed to get some help from the training staff right there. A clip is broken, and that won't keep the back piece attached to it.
Let's check in with Bernie for this Bommarito Automotive update.
You guys, the Blues right now can smell blood, and they got to continue to get that puck in deep on this defense. I mean, the Hurricanes played last night. They're also playing with just 5 defensemen. Jay Harrison was hurt in that fight in the first period. He's not played since, so this defense has got to be tired for the Canes. The Blues have to continue to get that puck in deep and get some pressure and work this just 5-man unit of defense.
No, does this ever benefit the Carolina Hurricanes? I mean, you talk about it's a timeout right here. Remember in the old days when this would have happened, that you had to change goalies? And they're giving Cam Ward an awful lot of time. I'm sure if it were the Blues and Yaroslav Halak, they would appreciate that time. But it's unfortunate right now for the Blues, because it has quieted everything down after that great pressure.
Well, Blues fans, McDonald's Restaurants is looking for the fan of the game. Send us your most creative and enthusiastic photo, and you could win Big Macs for a year. Enter now at foxsportsmidwest.com. Maybe Cam could use his mask.
There's a good lid right there, keep you protected. I think Cam Ward has changed masks. Every goalie has 2 of them, and so he's been able to get the spare mask while the trainers work on the clip of the other one.
And off the face-off, controlled by the Hurricanes, and then Cole steps up and just runs over Ruutu.
That's the way to get the energy back after that little delay. Good stuff by Cole.
And that's a gutsy play by the rookie Cole in a 1-1 game. Now the puck fired down the ice. Cole goes back after it. Icing is indicated and called against the Hurricanes.
Ian Cole has great ability reading plays. He's got tremendous hockey sense. This is a time play here. He's on the left side of the screen, 23 in the blue. He steps up. He's looking. He's got the puck already taken care of, but that's not there. It goes by him. So with our Fox Expo, you see he absolutely eliminates Tuomo Ruutu with a clean hit.
Now the Blues get this face-off. Steen. Oh, his stick came up on Corvo. No call, though. Berglund back on the line now. Here's Eric Johnson trying to wander in. Johnson to the slot to Berglund. Kane has lost a stick. Now D'Agostini tipped on goal. And a save by Ward. And then Johnson pushes in front.
He got pushed into the net. So he takes exception to that. Jokinen's there. Good entry into the zone by the Blues, and then Steen in front of the net. Once you know that there's a player there like that, the key is getting that puck to the net as quickly as possible while he's already established presence in front of the net.
And Big Berglund was in front. He's had a big game with a career high of 6 shots. Now Backus on the draw. Again, the Hurricanes, the worst face-off team in the league. See if the Blues can capitalize. Backus goes ahead with it. In front. Sabotka was in the area, but it's kept out of there. Now Skinner to center ice to Stahl. Stahl with it. Rips a shot wide of the goal. And it comes around to the Blues. Get it in Backus. 3-on-3. Slides it through to Sabotka. Knocked away by McBain. Now boys offer some support. Sabotka, one hand on the stick. Can't move it in front, and it's off his stick to center ice. And then rifled back in by Jackman. Under 4 to play in regulation. Here's Pitkanen. And then McBain tipped along. And Dwyer gets it on the glass back of the goal. Cole there works it along the near side to Crombie. Under pressure from LaRose. And now the Blues work it out. Good job by McClement. Here's Gleason. And then for Corvo. And then back in on Halak. To the boards. That's cut off by Talusti. Back on the line to Corvo. A shot, and he ripped that one wide. And the Blues. And a good job by McClement. Now Crombie. Alone into the zone. Crombie ducks by the check of Gleason.
Well, close to being interference by Gleason. He went out of his way to go to the left to eliminate Crombie, and the puck wasn't there.
Now stolen by Alex Steen. To the net. In front. Crombie, a backhander. And a save again. Ward got the pad down. Spun in front. Another shot by Steen, and he put that one high to the corner. And then lobbed high and back to center ice by Talusti. Koliakovo turning. In this 1-1 game, his pass for Berglund. Berglund to the net for D'Agostini. Watched there by Pitkanen. Picked up again by Berglund. Fights off a check. Now D'Agostini. Turns, gets it in front. Now Koliakovo in for the point. He'll push it back to the goal. McBain bothered by Berglund. And then Sabotka there. Jab to the corner to D'Agostini. Right in front. And that's knocked out of the danger area by Sutter. And Ruutu will flip it in. Here's Halak to play it ahead with 2:10 to go in regulation. And then D'Agostini gets it high by the defense. Backus the first man there, hit by Ruutu. And Backus ran him over. And then Ruutu again can't knock Backus off the puck. And now the puck stolen there. Then Stahl to center. Backus on the back check with some back pressure.
He's been a man possessed in this hockey game. And I think this might be his most complete hockey game of the year. And all Backus needs to do now is get rewarded for all this hard work.
Now the Canes sent it down the ice. That would have been icing. Stahl got there first. Skinner, his pass blocked. And then Pietrangelo comes over with a good play. And the Blues on to center ice. And then Boyce snaps it in. 90 seconds left in the third. Even at 1. And Ian White now off the glass to the Blues line. And then played by the captain Brewer. Under some pressure there to his partner Johnson. And he's pressured by Talusti. Hurricanes get it. And a shot right on goal by LaRose and a save by Halak.
After that save, Eric Brewer makes sure he cleans out the front of the house right there with Yaroslav Halak, making sure there's nothing going on there. Halak has not been tested very much in this period, but he comes up with a good save right there from the angle. Key face-off, 1 minute and 8 seconds now to go here in this hockey game. A high-paced, highly energized game in which the Blues have really taken things over, putting Carolina on their heels, out shooting them 35-27 now.
And 18-4 in this period. And the draw is controlled by the Blues back to Halak. And we'll do it again with 65 seconds left.
Somewhat surprised no two center icemen on this face-off with just minute to go. Only Jay McClement, the only center iceman, he gets thrown out.
Sutter wins the face-off. Look out here. Ruutu, a shot. And that was blocked in the slot. But then McClement didn't get it. Inside a minute now. Eric Johnson hit by Ruutu. And the puck back to the goal. McClement and Ruutu goes down. And it's under his body. It comes right in front. And the Blues are there. And Crombie knocks it away. Corvo off the boards. That's center ice. Backus. Ruutu again trying to knock him off the puck. And he can't do it for about the 5th time.
That's going to be icing now, though. Yes, it is. And Carolina doesn't like that call, looking over at their bench. But it's an icing call by the linesman, and a face-off now to the right of Cam Ward. Pitkinen's heading off the ice. It looked like he was hit by a stick near the bench. I think David Backus was over there as well. There's Backus, and it was Backus' stick. Got Pitkinen, and that's a very fortunate break for the Blues right there. Clearly a high stick there on Backus.
25 to go in the third, and they drop it unfairly. So the Canes with Pitkinen gone off, now down to 4 defensemen.
They've made the referee well aware that he missed that play right there, guys, with the high stick. Now, everybody on the bench has already informed the referee of that mistake.
Stahl against Sobotka. Big draw controlled by Sobotka, back to Jackman. His shot got through, turned away now. Brad Boyes, turnaround shot blocked right to Backus. He is chased by Corbo, and now Stahl puts it off the window and back to center. 8 seconds left. Jackman to Backus. Sobotka. Oh, he made a pass to Boyes when he could have shot it. Now Boyes hooks it to the net, and we will go to overtime here in St. Louis.
And that's unfortunate for Sobotka right there. He had a good chance there, and now Gleason and Backus. Well, they wear their country's jersey in the Olympics, but we're in the regular season of the National Hockey League, and Gleason has been in the middle of a lot of things here in this game. Jackman steps in. It has been a good one here at Scott Trade Center. Overtime coming up next.
Well, both clubs have a point. It is 1-1 as we get set for overtime.
Well, here's why we're heading into overtime in a 1-1 hockey game. We'll show you the goals. Brandon Sutter just made a heck of a move for his 6th goal of the year. After a Koliakovo pinch, it leaves the forward Steen back there one-on-one, and Brandon Sutter makes him pay. Shortly after that, the Blues go on a power play that was terrific, and they get rewarded with a goal by Pietrangelo, with David Backus being the main cog in front of goaltender Cam Ward. It's been a high-energy game, and we're right now, I've seen Halak.
He went to the locker room for something.
I'm just going to imagine there are several goalies in the history of the game that, you know, sometimes you have to go to the bathroom. It's just the way it is. I'm just going to speculate that that's what that was. Taking a page out of Ty Conklin's history.
That's a good guess. The overtime records. Blues 5-4. Hurricanes last night lost in a shootout 2-1. So they were 1-1 after 60 minutes. Now it's Jackman into the zone. 4-on-4 here in overtime. Hurricanes play it around. And Stahl, that hit the referee. Almost a break for the Blues. And now McBain takes cover for Joni Pitkinen. That goes on goal, and Halak tees it up for Pietrangelo. Up front, McClement and Steen. That pass on the tape of Steen. Spins off the check of Pitkinen. Now Steen across a seam, and that was blocked by Stahl, but not clear. Pietrangelo kept it in. Thrown deep by Jay McClement. And now Steen again. So good at protecting the puck. To the line to Brewer. Here's Eric Johnson, a shot. Saved by Ward. The rebound was there and loose for McClement.
Now this is where Eric Johnson shines here. 4-on-4 situation. He sniffs out the open ice, and he's so powerful.
Canes are changing. Here's Brewer back in there. Brewer to the net. And a backhander turned away by Ward.
Look
and
out.
the puck ahead. 2-on-1. Sutter and Gleason. Sutter to Gleason. And a lock came over. Read the play. And made the save.
Oh, Sobotka's looking around. Where's the D? And Sutter brings it so wide to the one side. After Brewer goes in, he does have Johnson back there, but he decides to put it on net. Never a bad play, but that turnover so quickly. And there's Sobotka forward, and he's like, oh, there we go. And see how wide that is over there. As you let it roll, he's so far away. He's so far outside the dots right there. Not much of an angle to let that rip.
Yeah, if Gleason stays in front of the net, it's a much better chance.
Yeah, Gleason really played that wrong there. He had all that open ice in the middle of the slot area, and he went all the way over to the dot.
And you know, Brandon Sutter's a right-hand shot too. He probably could have taken that to the middle and force something else as well. He would have had a good scoring angle himself.
Now Corvo doesn't get it deep. The Blues counter with Sobotka. Up front with Boyce. And then dumped in by Sobotka. Ward blocks it back of the goal. And then for Pitkanen. What a game tonight here at Scottrade. Over 19,000 on hand. Samsonov to the Blues line. There's Eric Johnson off the boards. Now for Boyce. 3-on-2. Boyce trying to walk around Samsonov. He had Berglund behind him. Now it's knocked free to the corner. Eric Johnson there. And then Samsonov ties him up in knots, and it's knocked away.
Good play by the much smaller Samsonov there. He wouldn't quit on Johnson.
Now the Blues step up, and DeAgostini gets it back for Koliakovo. 2.5 left in overtime. DeAgostini again. 2 Canes on him. And Bain back to the goal. Brewer is in there. In these non-conference games, Darren and Bernie, you go for it. Here's McBain in front off a skate.
Here we
Blues
go.
have numbers the other way. It's Steen and DeAgostini to DeAgostini, and the puck bounced on him. Then Stahl, long feed to center to Skinner. Here comes the 18-year-old. And there's his skating skills on display, but he was knocked down. And the Blues get it back. Steen to center. Blues are changing. Steen going wide on Corvo. Now pulling up. Deals it back to Jackman. Now for Pietrangelo. He scored in regulation to tie the game. Now Pietrangelo. Up in the air, glove down by McClement. For Jackman. Jackman a shot. Tipped by Pietrangelo wide. Now he stole it back to the goal. On a line change. Backus on the ice. And he kept it in. Backus kicks it low. 80 seconds left in overtime. Back to Jackman. Hard pass. Now Pietrangelo with it. Hands it to Backus. Fires it right through the slot. And then Jackman again. On the cycle now to Jay McClement. Pressure by the Blues. They'd love to end it right here. Backus right in. And he was drilled into the goal. And we get a whistle.
Well, Backus is just trying to jam it from the short side, and he gets bowled over, but he does land. He lands on top of Cam Ward, but there's nothing he can do there. He's actually got the puck. You're not interfering with the goalie in that situation. You're driving hard. The save's made. Ward goes down, and Backus ends up on top of him. And here's the Pitkanen gets stick in the lane there. Pitkanen actually shoves him. There's not a heck of a lot that Backus can do in that situation. What he does do is he falls right on top of the goalie, who's got a mask problem again.
Well, the Blues have 2 overtime wins this year against Eastern teams in overtime over Pittsburgh on a Johnson goal, and an opening night they beat the Flyers on a Koliakovo goal. 57 left in overtime. Sobotka wins it from Stahl, but he won it too cleanly, and it comes to center. Eric Johnson. He's got some room into the Hurricane zone. And now throws it back of the net. Sobotka there. Chips it to Berglund, who's had a strong game. And then Brewer moved away from the blue line, and the puck rolls back down the ice.
Yeah, Brewer's just trying to walk the line and thinking that Berglund was going to maybe hold on to that for a little bit longer.
Now the Hurricanes at center. Stahl. He was hit by Sobotka, knocked out. Now Sobotka left it for Brewer. Stahl behind the pack, and he's got a breakaway. Trying to end it. And a save by Halak with the right pad. And the Blues back. 7 to go. Pietrangelo. And that's turned away. Now rebound Berglund. And he overskates it. And we'll go to overtime. What a finish at Scottrade.
Holy jumping. This is great stuff.
With the score still tied after 65.
You talk about an entertaining hockey game. Value for your buck here at Scottrade Center. Man, Stahl all alone. He's out of gas by this time. He comes in all alone, tries to go to the stick side, and Halak has beaten him a couple of times in this hockey game one-on-one. The puck comes out to the slot to Berglund after Pietrangelo, who's had an outstanding hockey game at both ends of the ice. But he gets denied by Cam Ward.
And a shootout is coming up. It is 1-1. Getting ready for the shootout here. That's Scott Trade. What a night. And great goaltending from Halak and Ward. Blues in a shootout this year, 3-2. The Hurricanes are 1-4, and they've lost their last 4, including last night in Dallas, as they lost that shootout 1-0. Blues will shoot first.
And look for D'Agostini to get the nod. He has had a real good hockey game, and this, of course, is where the Blues really miss that tag team tandem of TJ Oshie going first and Brad Boyes going second. They read off each other so well. And we will see Matt D'Agostini go here. Obviously, he's got an excellent shot. He's got great patience with the puck, so he'll wait for as long as he can, try to get the goaltender to make that first move.
And he's 1 for 2. As the home team, the Blues, have the option of shooting first or second. They shoot first, and here's D'Agostini on Ward. Slowly. And where is it? It's out of the net. Ward went in the net, but he kept the puck out.
It's a similar kind of play that TJ Oshie likes to make. Both right-hand shots, waiting, and then he just didn't hold on to that long enough. I don't think Bernie and Cam Ward ended up reading that pretty well.
Yeah, he didn't have him open up. He didn't get him moving fast enough, so he was backing in a little faster. I think he might have been able to get him there, but another good save.
And Sutter, who scored their goal, will shoot his first career shootout attempt.
And no spinoramas at the blue line like we saw last night with the young rookie Omark of Edmonton.
Now he went 5-hole on the breakaway.
Yep.
Let's see what he does here. Sutter, and pad save by Halak.
Didn't know where that was.
I thought it might have dribbled in, but he kept it out.
Brad Boyes will go into his customary second spot here for the Blues. And here's the right-handed Sutter going backhand, forehand, and Halak does spread it out, and he gets very fortunate here that puck doesn't squirt through him, but he corrals his left leg and brings it back in enough to keep the puck out.
And Boyes, 60% on the year. Scoreless after 1 round.
I like the high glove here.
Ward really challenges. Here comes Boyes. And save with the left pad.
Boy, did Cam Ward ever make a great reaction to this. This is so difficult for a goalie. Once you go one way, and in this case, Cam Ward's going to his right, and to bring it back to the left takes an incredible amount of agility, but also using your edges. He uses his right edge to push off to the left side and manages to keep that puck out. That's a great save.
That's unbelievable, Panger. I can't believe you got that pad all the way across. I thought Boyes had him cold right there.
And now the rookie Skinner will take the Canes' second shot. Here he comes. Right up the middle. And a save again by Halak.
Skinner tries to go to the stick side, and Halak was right there. Skinner scored in their second game in Europe against Minnesota on the shootout here, and he's got it here. He kind of stutter steps a little bit right there. Actually thought he toe kicked there for a second, but he shot it wide by quite a bit.
Yeah, he missed everything. So Steen will shoot. Nothing after 2 rounds. He's 0 for 1 on the year.
He's the kind of guy that brings it to one side and goes against the grain, so maybe a low stick side shot.
Here's Steen, right up the middle, and a save by Ward with the arm or the glove. And now the Hurricanes could win it. Jokinen, who in his career has been a wizard in the shootout.
Now Cam Ward followed that all the way. And you see as we isolate on him, he gets that on the cuff, the cheater of the glove, and makes that one look relatively easy.
But he's 0 for 5 this year. Remember that run he had with Dallas?
Well, he went like 400 for 400.
That was a pretty good run.
He's nifty.
He'd go real wide and then cut in. Here's Jokinen trying to end it. And the backhander, and he scores. And the Hurricanes win it. The goal by Jokinen.
That's a heck of a move there by Jokinen. Going forehand, backhand, under the bar and in, and a disappointing loss for the Blues. A tremendous 65 minutes. And then in the exhibition shootout, which counts for the extra point, they get burnt by Cam Ward and Jokinen.
Well, the Blues get a point, a big one, their 33rd of the year, but Jokinen ends the affair with the only shootout goal.
Bud Light player of the game goes to the home team. David Backes just led by example and was a thorn in the side of the Carolina Hurricanes. Was part of the game-tying goal by Pietrangelo by being in front of the net, and he also caused the minor penalty to Stahl by getting in his kitchen.
So the Hurricanes win it 2-1 in the shootout. St. Louis Blues hockey is an exclusive presentation of Fox Sports Midwest. Our next telecast Wednesday from Detroit on the air at 6 o'clock. Stay tuned, Blues Live comes your way after these messages.